Hello, football lovers. This is Posma coming back again to you. Today we're gonna have analysis and also the second part of continuing from the first part about the success of Real Madrid beating Manchester City on the second leg semi-final Champions League 2022. Yeah. As we know, then as we all aware that Real Madrid beat Manchester City at home at the Santiago Bernabeu. So the second X factors that made Real Madrid successful were the coach Don Carlo Ancelotti and also the stadium Estadio Santiago Bernabeu. So as we know that during the knockout stages this season, 3 times Real Madrid beat their opponents in Santiago Bernabeu. The first one is on the 16th stage where they lost 1-0 in Paris Saint-Germain, and then they also lost 1-0 until 60 or 70 minutes in the second leg. At the end of the game, Real Madrid could beat Paris Saint-Germain 3-1 or aggregate 3-2, because Real Madrid lost 1-0 in Paris. The second one is when they also was beaten in 90 minutes by Chelsea 3-1 back in quarterfinal. But however, in the extended time, 2 times 15 minutes, they finally scored a goal. And who else could score a goal? Karim Benzema again. And then Real Madrid qualified for the next stage, which was a semi-final. And the semi-final in the first leg, Real Madrid lost 3-4 in Etihad Stadium in Manchester, where also Karim Benzema scored 2 goals. And as we know that the second goal was a brilliantly Panenka style penalty that made us surprised and shocked, including the goalkeeper Ederson that was moving to the left. However, the ball was aimed by Karim Benzema to the middle in the back of the net. So that was the description why Karim Benzema was amazing and is still amazing. And the fact is that in the semi-final, in the second leg, we know that who could bring Real Madrid to the final stage? Karim Benzema again. In the 95th minute of the game, extra time, he scored also by penalty. The first thing that the goal was deriving from Eduardo Camavinga in the defense area of Manchester City. He passed the ball to Rodrigo, who was free in the left side of Manchester City defense, and he passed the ball in the penalty box where Karim Benzema was running and tried to get the ball. Yes, he did. He did get the ball. However, Ruben Dias, who was guarding him, instead of getting the ball, Ruben Dias getting Karim Benzema's foot, and it was causing penalty and then advantage for Real Madrid. King of penalty, King Karim executed the ball very well, and then he scored again. And this time, Real Madrid was up 3-1 and was having advantage to go through to the final, until the last minute, 120th minute. And after that goal, no goals were scored, and until the referee blew the whistle at 128 minutes, and then Madrid was through to the final. And congratulations to Madrid, because this is not as normal as we expected, because during the 90th minutes, from the minute 1 to 89 minutes, where the first goal from Rodrigo started, Manchester City was controlling the game, all the balls in their hands. They control the game, they control the teamwork, they control also the possession of the ball, and so many chances they created, and then two or three times they jeopardized the Madrid's defense. However, they didn't score the goal yet until the 73rd minutes, where Bernardo Silva, running from the center line of the field, he ran the ball, and then until he arrived at the penalty box, he passed the ball to the right, where Riyad Mahrez was freely standing, and then just kicked the ball with his left foot, and then he scored the goal. And 1-0 for Manchester City. However, they took it for granted, and then they thought that because it was already 89th minute, and it only took like 3 or 4 minutes away from the whistle blow from the referee, and they thought that they could go home and then celebrate they through to the final. But however, this is about the ball, and they forget that this is Real Madrid they are against with, and they play against Real Madrid in Santiago Berbabeu, where we can have in the past, history during the season, during the knockout stages, on the 16th stage, and then on the quarter final, they can see that Real Madrid beat all the opponents, and the decisive moment was happening in Santiago Bernabeu. That's one thing that they forgot. And also, Real Madrid has a great experienced coach, Carlo Ancelotti. Carlo Ancelotti is 3 times winner of Champions League trophies. Yeah. 2 times with AC Milan. In 2003, they beat Juventus 3-2 after scoreless goal for 128 minutes on penalty shootouts. And 2005, Ancelotti actually made it to the final as well, but they lost in penalty shootouts against Liverpool, where Liverpool also was behind in the first half. 3-0. However, Liverpool came back with 3-0 on the second half. That's how painful it was. We know that how painful it was for Carlo Ancelotti. So 17 years before the semi-final, the second leg of the semi-final Champions League, Ancelotti was crying that time in the final. They lost on penalty shootouts against Liverpool after they leading 3-0 in the first half. On the second half, Liverpool came back with 3-0, and the score was equal that time, and the game had to be extended to the extra time. 30 minutes, no goals scored, and the game has to be extended and then has to be decided through the penalty shootouts, where AC Milan lost to Liverpool 3-2. So based on this experience, I think Carlo Ancelotti brought his all experiences in the Champions League games, even though this was not a final, but it's a final for Real Madrid. If they lost, then they just go home, and then Manchester City are through to the final. But however, calm, and then looks like he's much mature. 62 years, the oldest coach that will be winning the Champions League trophy this year if they can beat Liverpool in Stade De France, Paris, on 28 May 2022. But however, he was 1 week before, not 1 week, or 3 days before this game, he was also the oldest coach that won Spanish La Liga. On 30th of April, they beat Espanyol 4-0, also in Santiago Bernabeu. So 35th trophies for Real Madrid in La Liga, and also the first coach that won all the trophies, 5 strong football countries, Bundesliga in Germany with Bayern München, and previously with AC Milan in Serie A, and also Ligue 1 with Paris Saint-Germain, and in England, Premier League with Chelsea, and this is the fifth trophies of all the five strong football countries in Europe. He is the first coach that achieved five Champions League finals during all his career. The others, like Pep Guardiola, he just arrived three finals, yeah, two won and one loss. Yeah, last year against Chelsea. Jose Mourinho, two finals, but he made five finals one day after Real Madrid beat Manchester City with AS Roma. Is the first coach that arrived in five European finals, but different categories, like twice in Champions League, twice in Europa Leagues, and the first one in Europa Conference League. So back again to Carlo Ancelotti. He was successful with AC Milan, yeah, and then he was also successful with Real Madrid before, 7 years before the games today, where he brought the trophy, or where he presented the trophy of Champions League by beating the city rival Atletico Madrid 4-1. And the secret of how Real Madrid was successful is, as I mentioned earlier, that Carlo Ancelotti is an experienced, calm, and professional, and respectful, and he has good leadership. The fact shown that before the whistle was blown by the referee, we can see that Marcelo was the senior one that did not play at that time. Marcelo was in the same generation with Karim Benzema and Cristiano Ronaldo, but Cristiano now plays in Manchester United. So he was on the bench, but he is just standing, walking that way, this way. He couldn't stand of referee blowing the whistle, yeah, the last minute of the game, and celebrate with all the fellows in Real Madrid, all Real Madrid players. He keeps hugging Carlo Ancelotti, even though he didn't play. It shows to us that the senior and very experienced coach like Carlo Ancelotti is giving respect a lot to the Real Madrid players, whoever they are, even though they are on the bench, even though they are playing, or they are out of bench and out of play as well because of injury or suspension of card punishment. Yeah, that's how we can explain about Carlo Ancelotti. And the other thing is the stadium, Santiago Berbabeu, with the capacity of 80,000 seating capacity. As we know, that might be 80% of the seating capacity given to the Real Madrid fans, and the other 20% given to general spectators and also the Manchester City fans. Yeah, as we know that as soon as they equalize, Rodrigo equalized the goal, the pass received from Karim Benzema, and Karim Benzema received the pass from the middle of the field in front of the penalty box, out of penalty box of Manchester City. The ball was passed by Eduardo Camavinga, and then Karim Benzema took it to pass it to Rodrigo, and Rodrigo just a little touch there, and then scored a goal, 1-1. So Real Madrid equalized the game, and then 1 minute later, still the same, Camavinga from the middle, and then he passed the ball to the right, to his right, or in the left side area of Manchester City's defense, where Dani Carvajal was there, and then Dani Carvajal was sending the pass into the middle of the penalty box, where Rodrigo was guarded by two tall defenders from Manchester City, tough defenders, tall and strong defenders like Ruben Dias and also Aymeric Laporte. And he was jumping and then scored the goal by heading the goal inside the net. and the score, then Real Madrid lead the game 2-1, and the game has to be extended to the extra time. And in the extra time, 95th minute, where also it started from Eduardo Camavinga from the midfield, send the ball to Rodrigo, and then Rodrigo was freely running with the ball, and in the left side area of Manchester City's defense, and then he sent the ball to Karim Benzema, who was running in the penalty box. However, unfortunately, Ruben Dias didn't catch the ball, but he did catch Karim Benzema's foot, and Karim Benzema just also kicked the ball. I mean, that's how it started, yeah. And the referee saw it as a penalty, and then as a foul, and then the penalty was given to Real Madrid. And he's so cool. He was so cool, Karim Benzema, executing this penalty and then scoring the goal. And Real Madrid end up with 3-1, leading the game until 120th minutes, where the referee blew the whistle. It indicated that the game was over, and then all the Real Madrid fans and the players on the field, in the stadium, were erupting, were celebrating all this miracle game against Manchester City, who were in control for 90 minutes of the game, of the normal game, yeah. So that's the story, and that's the secret of how Real Madrid was successfully beating Manchester City in the second leg of Semifinal Champions League. So for the Real Madrid fans, congratulations to you. For Manchester City fans, you still have a job to do to win the Premier League as well. So congratulations for both teams, and then we see you again in the next review or in next analysis with me, Posma Tambunan. Ciao. Thank you very much. Ciao.